Hey YouTube family and GN subs, what's going on? It is the end of the year and I'm going to bring you some updates for December. The most recent USCIS updates, what's going on in that world with respect to policies and procedures. A lot of updates to unpack, so let's get at it. All right, I had a bit of good news. I had a case at the US Consulate that got denied, all right? So a lot of people don't know this, and this is very efficient. I'm going to give you some information that you're not going to be able to get on the internet. This is from my real-time practice, all right? So you can do what's called an advisory opinion to Washington, D.C. to ask State Department to overturn a decision that the consulate has made that's incorrect. It's very simple, all right? It's called legal.net. You can send your inquiry to Washington, D.C. It's pretty simple. They respond very quickly. I got a response, for example, within 30 days on this one case where they said, yes, I think you're correct, Humberto. Why don't you go ahead and send an email to the consulate and ask them for clarification on this particular case. Now, I'm going to give you the link to the direct inquiry form that's used at the US Consulate, Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. All right, it's in the description box below. You can use that. It's wonderful if you're having problems at the US Consulate. You can use this method and be very successful. You're not going to find this information anywhere, folks. So those who are on TPS, there's been some litigation that's going on, okay? And with regard to extension of your TPS, both the status and the EAD, that's the work authorization. Here's a Federal Register post that suggests your status as well as your work authorization, if it expires, most expired at the end of December of this year, it's automatically extended until January of 2024. I'm going to put a link in the description box below of the actual text of the Federal Register. You can read through it. It's pretty simple. You'll see the bullet points, automatic extensions. If you want to file for an extension of your EAD, you can pay for that and have that done, all right? Some employers, they're like, I just want to see a card that's valid till January 2024. So you can do that. It's available. So check out this. It's good news, good stuff, all right? All right, a bit of good news for the Dreamers. 71 mayors across the U.S. sent a letter to Congress saying that they want Congress to do a permanent fix for the Dreamers. This is an outstanding letter. I thought it was so good that what I'm going to do in the description box below, I'm going to give you a link so you can go ahead and get the letter and read it. I thought the sentiment was wonderful. The arguments, the economic arguments are wonderful. This is a good thing. Those of you who are citizens of the U.S., residents, and even immigrants, you can contact your congressperson and let them know, look, I'm on board for the Dreamers, all right? All right, so Ayla is talking to USCIS Alejandro Mayorkas regarding RFEs. There's been an ongoing discussion. What is going on with USCIS issuing these crazy notice of intent to deny and these RFEs, requests for evidence? There is a policy manual that suggests how immigration is supposed to handle these cases, and they're not doing it. Basically, there's a preponderance of the evidence test. What does that mean? That means that the evidence that you submit is more likely than not what it purports to be. So let's say, for example, you have a letter from a top executive that says you are an expert in this field. They have to accept that as more likely than not, unless there's some glaring issue with regard to the letter being fraudulent. They should accept it, all right? So AILA, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, we're beating them up. We're trying as much as we can. At the same time, I have some great videos on how to respond to notice of intent to deny, notice of intent to revoke, etc., appeals, good stuff. So check out those videos. All right, good news regarding naturalization, citizenship. Applications up in 2022, over 900,000 permanent residents submitted applications for U.S. citizenship. That is up, believe it or not, from 2020, only 81,000. COVID really restricted the amount of individuals that applied for U.S. citizenship. USCIS closing the offices, etc. abysmal. This information came from the Pew Research Center, valid information. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a link in the description box below. It is the Yearbook of Immigration Statistics. Check this out. It has number of applications for citizenship since 1907. There's a link below. If you want to check out the information, I thought it was really, really fascinating, pretty interesting, okay? Hey, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like and subscribe. Hit the bell, you'll get our content. Go to our library. We have some unbelievable content that will teach you immigration law for free, give you updates, tell you processing times, etc. And it's good stuff. You can get me always at hrg@graylaw.com. Thanks so much and see you next week.